obviously being a Kings fan, y'all saw me in the chat. I was lit in the chat. Cause we finally get to play prime time, right? But they ended up winning the game, even though they had a 21-point lead, and the Knicks came all the way back and tied it up late in the fourth quarter, but they still ended up maintaining the lead, never lost it. So let's talk about our reaction to that. Now, look, so I like how so it's crazy. First off, here I came on. Dave did his doghouse about what Kendrick Perkins, and I came afterwards talking about the national media not giving us no love. I turned on my TV today, watching Key and Jay. You know what? I watched it afterwards. It's already recorded. I'm just fast forwarding, seeing the Kings logo. I don't see it. Okay. I go to a different show, fast forward. Do I see the Kings logo? No, I don't see it. Nobody. I'm like, what the heck? Nobody's still talking about us. Nah, I do gotta give a shout out to First Take. First Take gave us a Jerry, like the Bing. First Take did give us the quick take. I think the fast take, whatever the segment they had when they just give a quick take, we were on there. And they did show us a little love. Shout out to Kitchen Perkins, even though he's in the doghouse. He said that we were contenders. So
He's trying to
I'm
get
gonna give
out.
him a
That's
shout
why.
out. I'm gonna give him a shout out. So Dave, think about getting out of the doghouse. He made a good take just now.
That's a first. That's a first, Dave.
All right. So I believe last night our half court defense was tremendous. I know Tom O mentioned in the chat, y'all playing defense today, Joe. We came on the show and I said we haven't played defense. I thought half court was great. We held Randall to 39%, and we held RJ Barrett to 37%, which is pretty good, right? They couldn't do nothing. Jalen Brunson got hurt in the first half. He had 19 and 19 minutes. But if y'all watch, that was misleading. People said like he was cooking us. He was hitting a bunch of open threes and stuff like that. But one-on-one with Davion Mitchell, he was getting strapped. So we were great offensively, in my opinion. We shot 52% from the field. We had 60 points in the paint. We were dominating the paint. Sabonis finished with a triple-double, 24, 13 to 10. Second one in a row. Malik Monk was a monster in the first half. He had 17 points, 4 from 3. We had 7 plays in double figures. Fox had 23 and 7, including 15 in the chat, y'all. That's why I got to join this chat. Teddy was like, man, I need Fox to get this. I'm like, Teddy, don't worry. No, no. They went on a big run, and we called timeout. And I put in the chat and said, it's the De'Aaron Fox time. And he went on the tear. He had 15 points in the fourth quarter, shooting 71%, including the game-stealing layup he did. Cooked Josh Hart. Oh, my gosh. I like Josh Hart, too. But he got cooked by De'Aaron Fox. So I have one issue, though, and I'm pretty sure I know what the issue is. We took 84 shots. They took 101. Is it because of turnovers? No. We forced 13 turnovers. They forced 12. We forced more turnovers. Y'all already know what it was. Offensive rebounding. They had 23 offensive rebounds. Josh Hart had 8 by himself. That's crazy. A guard. 23 offensive rebounds, 17 second chance points to our 4. That's why they stayed in the game. They also had they out fast breaked us, which we are great in the fast break, 23-7. But we still won because the offense is so good, but we can't be living like that. Living life on the airs like that. We can't be doing that. So Mike Brown, I like the fact that he came out in the press conference. I had posted on IG. He called out the team. He said, I'm gonna hold Sabonis and Fox accountable to be great in every possession of the game, and I need him to hold the team accountable. I love that, and that's why he's the coach of the year. So we still got the win. I'll take it. Once again, America, the Kings are legit, like the Bing.
Like the Bing!
Joe, man, that's my thing, to talk about the press conference, man. You brought up the 23 offensive rebounds. I was about to say that, man. Mike Brown literally said it, man. He said that's not how we should be playing basketball right now, giving up 23 offensive rebounds. But as a Wizards fan, I know what it is to give up offensive rebounds. So, hey, the fact that y'all, like you said, they had the 21-point lead, then you almost squandered it away. But what did we say yesterday when we were talking about the show? After you named all the stats, you said y'all 8-2 in the last 10 games. You 13 games above 500. Like, all this for the Kings is great. This is why Mike Brown should be coach of the year. However, I said the Knicks have been balling, and the Knicks have been showing improving because of the way they beat Boston as well. And sometimes it comes down to coaching. And the fact that Mike Brown is now back as a head coach to go up against Thibodeau, who's changed around the whole culture himself. If you think about the Knicks and you think about the Kings, it's kind of they on the same parallel trajectory of turning around the franchises and now winning. Look what happened. You all showed improved. I'm still surprised you didn't say this. 4-0 in national games. I thought you would have brought this up. I thought you would have brought that one up too. 4-0. Every time you're on national TV, when the lights get bright, the Kings show up. So I guess the like the beam stands point. I can't add any more stats to it because this is your team. I watched it last night. I've been watching the Kings a little bit. I seen Julius Randle almost put up 50 again on the Wizards, and just how he was balling, and the way the defensive strategy that you all put out there in the first quarter, where it was just double team Randle and make everybody else play. It worked. It was effective because at times he was just forcing shots up. Like instead of just looking for the open person, I was like, "What are you doing out here?" It's not all about you, but hey, you got to learn. To me, the Kings are a threat. We said they were a contender. You're slowly but surely getting better on the defensive end. And every time Mike Brown comes out in the post game and challenges a person or the team in general, y'all get better the next game, the next 10 games. His name is just like the next night. It's like the next 5 to 10 games, you all show improve on that, whatever Mike Brown's asked you to do. So shout out to the Kings. I'm just mad I can't light a beam in DC or something like that.
We got room, Tomo. We got room. We got a chair.
No. I'm not staying up to 12 o'clock, man, watching no games. I can't do that. You got it.
Yeah, you got that, Joe. Yeah, I want to talk about the defense that y'all played yesterday. On two players, on their two best players, on Randall and RJ Barrett. Neither one of them could shoot from three yesterday. They were missing like crazy. Randall was 2 of 12 from three, and Barrett was 1 of 8. And then total from the field, Randall was 8 of 22, and Barrett was 9 of 20, 9 of 23. Yeah, they got over 20 points, but it took them 20 shots to get there. So it's like every shot they took was a bucket. Was 1 point. Every shot they took was equal to a point, and probably and actually a little less than that maybe. So it's like your defense is improving. I understand you might not be a top 5 defense right now in the league, but from what everything you're doing with your offense is able to help out your defense. Like you said yesterday, you got number 1 offense in NBA history, not just the league this year. NBA history. This has never been done before. And then you got Sabonis, who's been out there, who's been balling. He got another triple-double last night, 24, 13, and 10. And then Fox played a really good game last night, had 23 and 7. But all your other players, you had other players in double figures too. Barnes had 10, Murray had 11. Kevin Huerter had 14. Trey Lyles, who I played. The only reason I know about him because when I had 2K a couple years ago, I made sure I used him a lot when he was with Utah. So Trey Lyles put up 16, and then of course Malik Monk. Malik Monk has been that spark on the defense, man. I think if we were to talk about someone else being the 6th man of the year, Malik Monk should be talked about in that conversation because look at where this team is, and he has been balling. Now there's been games where he's had 30 off the bench. He had a game where he had 40 off the bench. Him and Fox had 40 pieces together. I think Fox had 42. He had 45. Like, come on, man. He got to get some talks into that conversation now. I understand we were talking about Malcolm Brogdon and all these other players, but I really think Malik Monk needs to have some conversation in that 6th man of the year. So this team is definitely, and I want to say this too because I think I shared this in the chat as well, and I had a feeling no one was going to talk about this, but Nick Wright on First Things First only gave the Kings a 1% shot of making it to the finals. My issue with this is you gave the Lakers an 8% shot, and they're in the play-in right now. LeBron ain't even playing right now.
I'm saying that's why he gave him the 8.
I get it, but how can you give a team in the play-in tournament right now a better shot than someone who's breaking a record right now, who had a 16-year drought? It's not being talked about in the media. Malik Monk has been balling. De'Aaron Fox, you had 2 All-Stars in the team. 3 of them were in the All-Star weekend because people forget Kevin Huerter was in the 3-point contest. He didn't do well, but he was there. You got a Coach of the Year candidate, and this is where I don't think Tibbs will get that because remember the Knicks were in the playoffs a couple years ago.
Yep. So
they haven't had this long of a drought. You got Harrison Barnes, who was with the Warriors, who won a championship with the Warriors. You have players in here who are hungry, who want more. This team needs to be talked about a lot more. And Nick Wright, you wrong for thinking that the Lakers have a better shot of making it to the finals than the Kings. I'm sorry. I just don't. I personally don't believe that. I don't think the Lakers have a better shot. Yeah, I understand that they got better, but the Kings have been consistent all season long. They didn't need to go grab someone in order to improve. So I'm saying the Kings are better.
Yeah, and you said the percentage for the Lakers was tied with who?
It was tied with the Nuggets. The Nuggets. The Nuggets is the number one team in the West right now. And you gave a team in the playing tournament the same chance as come on.
In the words of in the words of Dave,
my guy, you in the doghouse.
Look, I could sit here and listen to y'all talk good about the Kings all day. I really appreciate it.
I'm not. I'm done after this.
Well, it was like music to my ears. I was just sitting there like, this is in the days, man. I appreciate y'all.
Well, we good. Just don't read the comments.
No, yeah, I know. We got some haters, people that we swept in the season. It's all good. Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.